The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, wahoo! Go! 97's the mic. Hey, tight. 97's the mic.
2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be out right at the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Hey, foxtrot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Good set. 19. Get him. Come to the floor. 41 Mike. I got him. Hey, 24. Check 24. Set it. Now let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come on. He don't want it.
From the gun, here's Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to break.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Got a man open. It's Ross. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. You must be dreaming. Go. We got it. Mike, 50 seconds.
Second and 2. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Set, ready? 8-3. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, Delta. Switch. Blue draw quarters. Go.
Second and 11. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
60 Pittsburgh.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's third and 16.
97's the mic. 97's the 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Hey, what's delay? Hey. Banjo. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gators. Check curls. Check 37. Check 37. Kill. Big grip.
Now it's Lindsey, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Check 99. Ready.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
2nd and 3 to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, we got 4 now.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
26. Check 13. 29. 26. Check 26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This is that. 19. 124. All day, dog. Trying to go.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 43. 125. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Go! Look at me! Go!
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 36, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now back to and incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Go! Hey! 51. Mike 51. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, high 7. 51, Mike 51. Yep. Tackles. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, Echo. Calm the crowd. Let's get the ball. Hey, Mike 51.
Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, exit. Mike 53. Look at me. Zipper. Don't get nervous. Check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. To use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I got you. 31. Motion. 24. 41, Mike. 54. I don't know why this team showed up.
Watson now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 51. You better be afraid of me. Be driven.
He's back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Set. 19. Two times. You got three.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Houston, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.